Hey everyone, welcome back. Blitzball Champ is here with a new video on the U to the Tube. So this video we're going to be talking Wrestle Kingdom. Wrestle Kingdom 15. Just finished. Um, Wrestle Kingdom 15 was 2 nights. So gonna just give my thoughts on this epic event and just go into some discussion with how this event went. Let's go ahead and get started. So, just to recap, this was a 2 night event, and I believe, with the EXO crisis, being a thing, the pandemic, the seating capacity was limited to 20,000 people for both nights, which, I mean, that's still a ginormous amount of people, but definitely much less than what Wrestle Kingdom is used to being. So, kind of a bummer, but understandable. Very, very understandable. So, looking at night one, night one was pretty cool. Started off with a New Japan Rambo, which is pretty much a little uh, Royal Rumble. It was a 21-man Royal Rumble, and the idea was that the four remaining wrestlers of this Royal Rumble would go on the next night to compete in a fatal four-way match for the KOPW trophy. So the four winners of this match, and we saw all sorts of people. I mean, we even saw Tiger Mask was in there. We saw who else did we see? We saw Hiroyoshi Tenzan. Uh, it was just a whole number of people. We saw a bunch of the young lions in this match as well. But ultimately, the winners. Oh, we even had Rocky Romero. Rocky Romero was in it. Um, Ultimately, the winners were Chase Owens and Bad Luck Fale of Bullet Club, Toriano, and Bushi of LIJ. So those four were pretty much the last ones remaining, and they were to be booked for the Fatal Four Way match for night two for the KOPW trophy. Which, going into this event, Toriano was the current holder of the KOPW trophy. Um, we then had a match between the Best of Super Juniors winner and the Super J Cup winner. Best Super Junior winner was um, Hiromu Takahashi. The Super J Cup winner was El Fantasma. And the winner of this match would go on the following night, night two, and would get an IWGP Junior Heavyweight title shot against the current title holder, Bone Soldier, Taiji Ishimori. Um, it was definitely back and forth. Um, a match I definitely enjoyed. I'm pretty big into any of the Super Juniors, so I tend to cater more to those matches. So then this one definitely didn't disappoint, but ultimately Hiromu Takahashi got the victory. Very good match. Um, then we had the IWGP Tag Team Championship match that had the winners of the World Tag League and the Gorillas of Destiny taking on the Dangerous Techers of Zack Sabre Jr. and Taichi. Of course, Gorillas of Destiny were accompanied by Jado. So, and it played a big factor into their victory. But once again, the Gorillas of Destiny are back on top as IWGP Tag Team Champions. Tag titles they are very familiar with. But yeah, a big way for them to come back into the scene. I know with the pandemic, they weren't really seen much, with the big break that the company had leading up to the restart. So, but yeah, they came back, won the World Tag League, and now big victory at Wrestle Kingdom, become the tag champs again. So I dig it. I definitely dig it. But yeah, so that's the first of title changes. Um, then we had the IWGP United States Championship briefcase match. So it was supposed to be Kenta versus Juice Robinson, but Juice Robinson got injured. I believe he got a busted orbital bone. So the replacement ended up being Satoshi Kojima. And honestly, at first, I wasn't that hyped for this match. But after watching the match, it was actually pretty good. It was pretty good. But I mean, I knew deep down, I knew Kenta was going to retain, which he did. He still is the owner of the briefcase. They did have a segment where they showed a John Moxley promo, and hopefully sooner or later we finally get this match between John Moxley and Kenta. I was thinking that it was maybe going to happen at Wrestle Kingdom, considering we haven't seen John Moxley since he lost the AEW Championship to Kenny Omega. So I was thinking maybe in that time frame he had made his way to Japan in order to be able to participate in this match. I figured that would have been enough time for him to go to Japan, get through the quarantine and then be ready for Wrestle Kingdom. But guess not. But I'm definitely looking forward to that showdown. I'm a big fan of Kenta. I've liked him ever since he was in Pro Wrestling Noah. So I'm looking forward to that. And I hope Kenta wins, to be honest with you. Next up, we had a singles match. We had the Ace, Hiroshi Tanahashi, taking on Empire's the Great O-Khan. Um, I got a chance to see when New Japan Pro Wrestling came to North Carolina the first time I was able to catch them. Got a chance to see the Great O-Khan in action live. And then the second time they came, I got to see Hiroshi Tanahashi in action live. And actually got my picture taken with him. So that was, yeah, I was wearing my Tanahashi shirt. But yeah, always been pretty big fan of Hiroshi Tanahashi, the ace. And this was a good match. Definitely back and forth. But sure enough, Hiroshi Tanahashi got the victory. But it was a very back and forth match. Um, saw a lot of twists and shouts, some dragon screws, some, that taped up claw to the head of Hiroshi Tanahashi. Saw a lot of that. But overall good match. Got to give it up for the Ace getting a big victory at Wrestle Kingdom. So good stuff. Definitely good stuff. The next up we had, oh man, this right here. I thought, me personally, I thought may have been match of the night for night one of Wrestle Kingdom 15. So it's Kazuchika Okada versus Will Ospreay, which he was accompanied by B Priestley. Uh, this was like a 35-minute long match, I believe, and whew, it was crazy. There were a couple of times like Okada put on the money clip to Will Ospreay, and I thought he was going to pass out, but he did not pass out, and I was impressed. I honestly was thinking maybe there was a chance that Will Ospreay was going to repeat, but I was like, nah. He got the best of Okada last time, so I figured Okada had to pay that receipt, had to give him that receipt. So Okada did get the victory, but oh, he did not get that victory easily. A lot of drop kicks, just a lot of strikes. Rainmaker here, and then Osprey even used the Rainmaker, and it was crazy. It was a crazy match, but you know, I think it's safe to say that's something you can expect whenever Okada and Osprey are wrestling each other. I mean, they've done it so many times. Like, it's better and better each time. So honestly, that was my match of the night for night one. But Okada gets the victory. And then the main event of night one, the double championship match. The IWGP Heavyweight Championship and Intercontinental Championship on the line as the double champion Tetsuya Naito defended against G1 Climax winner Kota Ibushi. Definitely delivered. I'd say that was the my second favorite match. It was probably just about as long, if you yeah, it was just about as long as the Osprey Okada match, maybe a little less, but yeah, big win for Kota Ibushi. Um, it was back and forth, and I just thought it was pretty interesting. Afterwards, Naito handing Kota Ibushi the titles, and then of course afterwards, here comes Jay White and Gato. Of course, Jay White had to get on the mic. Totally understandable. So Jay White was awaiting the winner of that match because he would face him on night two. So definitely was expected. But yeah, so that was night one. Definitely a good first night of Wrestle Kingdom. Like I said, Okada Osprey was my favorite match. So yeah. And then looking at night two. So night two. Now, unfortunately, New Japan Pro Wrestling World didn't show this, and I'm so bummed that they didn't show this. And I'm really, the last resort, I'm hoping that Stardom World will show this, will at least show an archive of these two matches. But the first two matches were Stardom Dark matches. This is I believe the second year in a row that Stardom has had a match on Wrestle Kingdom. So it's a big deal. It's a very big deal. I just hope going forward that whenever they do this again, New Japan Pro Wrestling World, please just go ahead and show these matches. But I think last I heard, they can't because of licensing between Stardom and New Japan Pro Wrestling, which is weird because I thought Bushi Road owns both, but I don't know. I don't know how that works. But anyway, the first match was a six woman tag team match. It was Queen's Quest versus Donna Del Mundo. Queen's Quest Saya Kamatani, Azumi, and Utami Hayashishita. Azumi, who's the current high speed champion. Utami Hayashishita, who's the current World of Stardom champion. They took on Donna Del Mundo's Micah, Natsupoi and Himeka, which Queen's Quest got the victory. Can't really say anything about the match because they didn't show it. I just looked it up and that's who won. So Queen's Quest won. Yeah, I just hope at some point I can see the match for myself. Second match, Donna Del Mundo's Shuri, the SWA champion, and Julia, the Wonder of Stardom champion. So both these ladies with Donna Del Mundo. This was a tag team match, taking on the Icon of Stardom, Mayu Iwatani, and Tam Nakano, the leader of the Cosmic Angels, which I have no idea why they even teamed up Mayu and Tam Nakano for this, considering Tam just left Stars, you know, start their own stable. So I don't even know why they put these two ladies together, but whatever. Donna Del Mundo, Shirley, and Julia got the victory anyway. Doesn't surprise me. But so yeah, Queen's Quest wins the first match. Donna Del Mundo wins the second match. Um. Okay, with that knocked out, we go into the Fatal Four Way match for the KOPW 2021 trophy, which that sneaky Toru Yano, that sneaky Toru Yano escapes with the victory over Chase Owens, Bad Luck Fale, and Bushi. Doesn't surprise me. Doesn't surprise me at all. He took advantage of some bickering between Bad Luck Fale and Chase Owens. And capitalized. And normally, let's be real. Normally a match with Toru Yano doesn't last long. Especially if he ends up winning. It doesn't last even 10 minutes. 9 times out of 10. So yeah. Yeah. This was probably the shortest match of the entire Wrestle Kingdom. Uh Next up, we have the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Tag Team Championship match, which you had the champions of Yoshinobu Kanemaru and El Desperado defend against Ryusuke Taguchi and Master Wato, which I mean, I gotta be honest with y'all. I'm not really that impressed with Master Wato. I mean, I don't. Do y'all like Master Wato? I'm just. I can't say that I'm really a big fan of Master Wato. To be honest with y'all, I mean, I don't really see him as anything special. But whatever. He's in the junior heavyweight division. So hey. But ultimately, Suzuki Gun retains. Not surprised. And it hadn't been too long ago, anyway, that Yoshinobu Kanemaru returned from injury. So, yeah. I also kind of wonder when Yo returns from injury and Roppongi 3K reform. But we'll see what happens. But next, we had the Never Openweight Championship, where Shingo Takagi, the current champion, defended against Empire's Jeff Cobb. Um, these two definitely have squared off before. Of course, Jeff Cobb is a former never open weight champion, but it was definitely hard hitting. It was back and forth. Um, but ultimately, Shingo hit the Last of the Dragons, I think, aka Made in Japan, and was able to get the victory over Jeff Cobb. It was a good 20-minute match. So I was digging it. I like Shingo. I've always liked Shingo ever since Dragon Gate. So Shingo doing his thing. Uh, we had a match between Sonata and Evil, accompanied by Dick Togo. Which, of course, I was happy for Sonata. I'm sorry, I'm just Evil and the Bullet Club. I'm just not a fan of. I just, I mean, it was a nice wow factor him betraying Naito, leaving Lij and joining Bullet Club, but I just don't like Evil in Bullet Club. I just don't. I just don't. It's just hard for me to accept because it just looks weird. It looks weird, but it's whatever. Um, when I look at a lot of these Sonata matches lately, it just seems like so many skull in attempts. It's crazy how many skull in attempts happen in a Sonata match these days, regardless of who he's going up against. I don't know. It's just something I noticed. Anybody else notice that? But overall, I mean, these two know each other very well. I mean, they've even been IWGP tag team champions before. So, I mean, these two know each other well. So, yeah, I expected nothing less, and they delivered with this match. Uh, and then the co-main event was the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship, where Bone Soldier, the champion, Taiji Ishimori, defended against Hiromu Takahashi, the Best Super Juniors uh, winner. As I said before, he won. He defeated El Phantasmo in night one to get this opportunity, and Hiromu was taking a beating in this match, but prevailed. Hit time bomb two in order to get the victory on Bone Soldier, and once again, for the second time in a row, for the second Wrestle Kingdom in a row, I should say, Hiromu Takahashi has not only won the Best of Super Juniors, but has also won the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship at Wrestle Kingdom. So, it's an incredible comeback story for Hiromu Takahashi. He's doing his thing. Definitely one of the premier strong members of Lij, and definitely continues to show that. And right then and there, you have our second title change. Or actually, no, third. I'm sorry, because I forgot Kota Ibushi beat Naito. So third title change. And then you had the main event. Newly crowned IWGP Heavyweight and Intercontinental Champion Kota Ibushi defending against Bullet Club's Jay White. This was a 48-minute long match. It almost hit the 50-minute match. 50-minute, which the match initially had a 60-minute time limit, I believe. Honestly, they should have let it go to 50 minutes. I think it would have been cool if it went to 50 minutes. I think that would have been legendary. But it was just back and forth, hard hitting. Wow. Blade Runner here, Kamigoye there, Phoenix Splash, which very well executed. But wow, these two really tore the roof off the Tokyo Dome. Ultimately, though, Kota Ibushi prevailed. But you best believe Jay White looked great in that match. And honestly, I honestly thought maybe Jay White was going to steal it and get the victory, but just did not work out. Just didn't work out. Um, but kudos to Kota Ibushi. This was big for him. This was really, really big for him. And then, of course, afterwards, Sonata came out, congratulated him, and he wants a shot. He wants a shot at Kota Ibushi. That's cool. That's really cool. So I don't know if they're gonna do that at New Year's Dash or whatnot, but yeah. So looking forward to that. And word is supposedly the plan is to unify the IWGP Heavyweight and Intercontinental championships. Honestly, this is what I have a problem with, especially when it comes to double champions. I really don't like double champions anymore. I don't because one belt gets focused way more than the other and it's not balanced. I really felt like they should have split the belts and just the whole double champion just I just don't like it. I just don't like it. It's overplayed, it's overhyped, overrated. I just don't like it anymore. But anyway, it was also it was also shown in a backstage promo. Oh man, I feel for Jay White, but he's pretty much saying last time we'll see him is at New Year's Dash. If they want him there, but then he's done. He's done with New Japan Pro Wrestling, and he gave a promo for the ages, and that really sounded like a deep, heartfelt promo from Jay White. And it just, he was angry, he was depleted, he was hurt, he just wanted somebody to help him and care. And he just looked a mess. He looked a mess, he looked a wreck, he looked heartbroken. I felt bad for Jay White. I really did. He's come a long way in New Japan Pro Wrestling. But it looks like his season with New Japan Pro Wrestling is about to come to an end. And it also makes me wonder, with him being the current leader of the Bullet Club, what's going to happen with that? Because if he's leaving, like, what happens with Bullet Club? Who's the new leader or whatnot? Maybe is something going to happen on New Year's Dash in regards to that? We'll have to wait and see. Should be interesting. Should be interesting. But overall, this was a good Wrestle Kingdom. I enjoyed it. I definitely enjoyed it. Um, Definitely looking forward to checking out New Year's Dash. A lot of stuff coming up. You got Stardom's 10th anniversary show coming up. And yeah, should be interesting. But kudos to New Japan Pro Wrestling, kicking off the new year in style with Wrestle Kingdom. But yeah, let me know what y'all's thoughts are. Did y'all check out Wrestle Kingdom 15? Did y'all enjoy it? What were your favorite matches? What were your least favorite matches? But yeah, let me know. Like, comment, subscribe, click that notification bell so you don't miss a video. Thank you for watching. This is Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram signing off. Have a blessed week. See y'all soon.